What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and today we're having a look at a selection of products from a company called Kikkerland. Now Kikkerland makes anything really from these notebooks to wind-up toys to umbrellas and everything in between. Sort of little presents to give people for maybe a birthday or an anniversary or something, but also functional stuff like these notebooks or umbrellas, for example. Now we can't look at all their products, of course, because the selection is way too broad and that would be quite a long video. So in this video we're actually looking at a selection of their notebooks, we're looking at some wind-up toys, and we're looking at something they like to call the rainbow maker. So let's jump right into it and let's get going. Alright, so let's get started with these notebooks. Now these are the Writer's Block New York notebooks, sold by Kikkerland like I mentioned before. And you know, it's a notebook, so there's not an awfully lot to see, but I want to highlight a few things. First of all, I think they look quite nice and quite stylish with the sort of cardboard band around them that comes in the packaging. And when you open that packaging, you're instantly greeted with the smell of leather, which I find always very sort of comforting that you bought a quality product. It smells really good from the get-go. Now we all know that notebooks, you know, obviously are to take notes, and these are very standard as far as that goes. Good quality paper, you can get them either blank or like this one with lines, and you can get them in several sizes. These are the size of an iPhone 6 actually, it says on the front, and these are about the size of an iPad mini. And they are, you know, notebooks, so they have your typical elastic band around it. There is a page marker in the middle, and obviously there's a little pocket here in the back to store notes, receipts, and so on. And it even comes with a little you know, piece of paper from the manufacturer that encourages you to do more writing, which is always a nice thing. These are very, you know, high quality notebooks that always come in handy to write down your thoughts. It doesn't matter really what kind of work you're doing. I've always found these handy to have around because there's always stuff you have to write down. And even though there's plenty of online solutions, I still prefer handwritten notes because they're quicker and just easier in general. So here we are with a selection of the wind-up toys from Kikkerland. And I can already hear you thinking, why would I need any kind of wind-up toy? And the simple answer is you don't. Obviously they don't serve any kind of function rather than a little bit of entertainment. But I have to say, in this day and age of you know, iPhone games and iPad playing and whatever, I think it's pretty cool to have an actual mechanical toy where you can see the radars work, you can see the action of the toy, and you know, it's a very hands-on experience. Now these are 4 of their models. Obviously they have a very broad selection on their website, but they're all, you know, sort of the same idea. Everything is exposed, everything is metal, everything feels really good, and it works with a leaf spring mechanism. As you can see on this one, for example, it has like a big leaf spring system that when you wind it up, the spring obviously tightens, and then when you let it go, the whole thing starts, in this case, crawling around the floor. This one is really cool actually because it has 2 firestones from, I suppose, from a lighter, so if you let it go, it'll actually make fire, which I think is a nice touch. Not for kids obviously. None of these are for small children actually, because obviously with the exposed radars and everything, you know, it's not really suitable for very young children. So yeah, like I said before, these toys don't really serve any kind of function, but I think it's pretty cool. I think they look nice, and I think it's a pretty cool gift to give people that, you know, don't know what they want or already have everything. It's quite cool, and I would even imagine that if you're into model building or anything, that it would be pretty awesome to build these things yourself. These all come pre-assembled, of course, but it would be maybe something for the future if Kikkerland could sell sort of a starter kit with rotors and a wind-up thing and legs, so you can actually build your own insect, I suppose, because these resemble insects quite well. Cool product, not too expensive, and you know, wide variety of choices, anything from the small one like this, you can see how small it is, to the bigger ones that actually make fireworks. So, you know, pretty cool gift and quite a nice thing to own. So last but certainly not least, these are 2 examples of what Kikkerland calls the rainbow maker. Now the concept is easy. There's a crystal here and there, as you can see, which obviously breaks up sunlight and fragments it into colors. And you can see the rotors and the radars on the inside here. and also the solar panels on the bottom of this one and on the front of this one. Now these things are actually solar powered, so you can imagine this one has a suction cup. You stick it to a window, the sun hits the solar panel, which powers the radars here on the inside, and then the crystal starts turning. Same thing with this one. You put it, I suppose, in your window, sun hits it, powers the radars, and this one turns like so. I think this is actually a pretty interesting concept, because it makes a nice effect on the wall or on the ceiling. And you can imagine putting this in a children's room or in a baby room. It's very unintrusive, and it makes something fun to watch, especially for kids. And it's a pretty cool effect to see that it's powered by the sun and actually works with the sun in order to create some colors on the wall or on the ceiling. So yeah, another example of a cool product to give as a present, maybe to new parents or maybe to children that want to do something creative with their room. It's pretty cool. It's a nice gift that you don't really see that often. So this was Peter from Reviews on Anything, with a quick look at some of the products that Kikkerland offers. Like I said in the beginning, we can't obviously review all their products because the range is way too wide. But I'm sure if you go browse around their website, you'll find something interesting for you. This was just a quick look at some of their products. The notebooks, the wind-up toys, and the rainbow makers right here. Thanks Kikkerland for sending us the review units. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!